All right, let's take a look at one of Seiko's more unique divers. This is the Seiko Tuna. I'll leave the exact reference number of this one in the description below. We'll go through the specs of the watch, then I'll give you guys my thoughts and experience, and at the end I'll tell you guys if I recommend it. So let's quickly go through the specs here. We have a 47mm case size. Thickness of this one is 15.5. Lug to lug here is 44.3mm. Lug width of 22mm. We have a Hardlex crystal up top that is domed from the underside as well as the top. 120 click unidirectional bezel. Screw down case back, screw down crown, which gives us 300 meters of water resistance for this one. As you can see here, the hand is ticking. So this is a quartz movement. This one is designed specifically for the Seiko Tuna and it's not used in any other watch. And it is the 7C46 movement. Screw down crown is signed. And as you can tell there, the high polished shroud for this particular version. Allen screws are real. You can pop those out, clean it out, and then put it back in. Very nicely done. And then it comes on this rubber strap. Although there is another variant that comes with the black bezel that's also available with the stainless steel bracelet. Let me show you guys how this wears on a 7-inch wrist, just for reference. And although this is a bigger case size, the short lug to lug makes it wear perfectly on my 7-inch wrist. No overhang, no hot spots, no digging of the crown with that 4 o'clock crown. Very nice Seiko magic on the bigger size wearing smaller. So although this is a tall boy, it wears very well on wrist. Enough wrist presence, but it's not heavy at all. So very nicely done. I want to show you guys some details here, but before that, let's get to the price. These are currently available in the newer variants that feature sapphire crystal and applied indices, as well as some other smaller features that are different. But those are currently available for $1,500 roughly. And those prices are higher than when these prior models came out, which with the higher price actually drove these older models up as well. These prior models were available brand new when they were available for around $850 on this rubber strap. But now with the higher prices that are commanded by the new variants, these older models actually went up as well. So now these are currently available on the secondary market, and you're looking at anywhere from $800 to $1,000 even for these used. So prices went up on these, and I think these are going to be kind of sought after just because the newer models as well got rid of the Marine Master professional text there on the bottom of the dial, and they replaced it with the Prospects logo. So it's not going to have any of that, and then it's not going to have a Hardlex crystal anymore with that dome. It's going to be a flat sapphire. So those two little unique features I think actually make the Tuna more unique, and I think that's what makes it an actual Tuna. I know they have also the solar variants and all that, and then they also have, if you can go higher up, the spring drive movements, but I think this is a quintessential Tuna here. I want to show you guys some of the details as well on this watch because it is kind of pricey and it is a quartz watch. I only have one other quartz in my watch box, but I think this is unique enough and well engineered that it made the watch box in my opinion. So you can see there the shroud is high polished, very uniform, very nicely done, and it contrasts well with the brush on the bezel and the brush on the screws that are real. Got drilled lugs there as well. True dive watch, tool dive watch. And I want to show you the details that I mean. Seiko took their time on this one. I think this is their flagship model, and they take really good details on these watches. You can see that the little cutouts on the bezel are highly polished, and it's all nicely done. This is a matte black dial. And although you can't see it on camera, there is kind of like a little step or a ring right after the markers here. And it's a very nice to see. In the daylight, you'll see it very clearly. And as you buy one of these and wear it more often. It's all these small little details that add up that make you think that this watch is a great watch and a great addition to any collection. Another thing people kind of fear, especially for that price point, is since it's a quartz watch, is it going to hit all the markers? As you can see here, it is hitting all the markers right in the center. So like I said, I think Seiko took their time on these. I've never seen one that hasn't hit the ticks that is a actual quartz model. I know some of the solar ones, they don't hit the markers, but I think the quality control issues plague those more than these. At least I've never seen one that doesn't hit the ticks on these. The only thing that is applied on this particular model is the Seiko logo. It is very nicely done, and it looks like a metallic, like it looks like a stainless steel or aluminum Seiko branding on there. So it's very nicely done. Something that I enjoy a lot is the date and date wheel, because it is in English and in Japanese kanji. And of course I leave it on the characters just because it's different from any other of my watches. And it's just something very refreshing to see, even though I don't know, well, I do know what it means because it's the days of the week, but it's very just nice to have that unique little touch. All of these are made in Japan as far as I know, and it just shows on the quality as well and the attention to detail. Everything is, like I said, is well done and thought out. And I like this particular variant also because of the hands. I like how the arrow hand is short and broad, and the minute hand is just long and lanky. So very high contrast, easy to read. And I like how the second hand is actually white. So highly contrasted against that matte black dial. Another detail that I want you guys to pick up on is how that screw down crown actually is signed. And once it's all the way screwed down, it actually still aligns vertically. A lot of divers, I've seen very little divers that actually have this feature that actually lines up perfectly like that. So very nicely done, easy to grip, nice knurling on there. And then once it pops, nice pop there to it, you know it's out, completely out, and then you just push it back in. Very easy to grip, very easy to turn. You won't have to use it much because these are very accurate. I think I've only set this watch once or twice in the whole year that I've had it, and it hasn't been off by much anyways. I just, you know, we're kind of weird like that, watch people. So I've only set it twice, but I didn't honestly even need to do that. But let me show you guys the Lume of this watch because it's amazing. It'll last you all night with just the blast that I'm about to give it. The only other watch that I know that can keep up with this watch is the San Martin 62 MAS homage. If you haven't seen that video, please check it out. I have that I've done earlier, I think last month. Check out that Lume on that watch because it's crazy. I think initially that one is a little brighter, but this one outlasts it. And as you can see, it's already lit up. Very nice. Let me show you guys the case back as well too. That nice Seiko wave on the back there. It's just very nicely done. High polish all over the back, but it's nice to see the attention to detail on this watch. Very unique case shape. If you're into watches, you know what this is right away. Some people hate it, some people love it. I think this is a great, unique watch. I think this is their best tool watch. And I'll show you guys why about the Lume as well. Look at that. That thing is bright. I only blasted it for a few seconds. As you can see there, the Hardlex crystal has actually a green ring around it from all the reflective luminescence. So very nicely done there. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys own this version or the newer ones, or if you've owned both, tell me what you think on the differences, what you like, what you dislike. I'll catch you guys on the next one.